Hey everybody, I got this really cool new innovative sous vide device that came in about a month ago. I did some testing and here's what happened. Welcome back to Everyday Barbecue, everybody. My name is Mike. Really appreciate your support. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Without any further ado, let's get right into this. This machine came in about a month ago. This is a new innovative sous vide machine. What makes it innovative? It's all in one and it's waterless. Now, whenever new stuff comes into the channel, I try to test it privately before I put it on video, but I film those tests just in case things come out really good or there's stuff I want to catch that's not so good so that I can share all of that with you. So first off, this is an all-in-one machine, which means you can do sous vide and you can sear all in the same device. It's a waterless device, but you can use it with water if you want to. But it doesn't require water. It doesn't require bags because this is a vacuum machine. So sous vide is basically like cooking under vacuum, and this is a vacuum machine. So the first thing it does is vacuum out the air in the chamber. It also has a built-in food probe, which is really cool because now you won't have to use any special devices to monitor temperature if you monitor temperatures for sous vide. A lot of people don't, but if you do, this is all built in. The tray that you do all your cooking in is non-stick and it's real easy cleanup. Now, because you don't have to vacuum seal the food in a bag, the food preserves its shape very, very well. So you don't have to worry if you're cooking a delicate piece of meat like a filet mignon, it's not going to be shrunk and caved in that bag. You can just pop this right in the tray and cook it without a bag and without water. This also has Wi-Fi and it has an app, which I did test, and it worked great. This thing comes in two sizes. I have the 100, the NVS 100, which is the smaller size, but there is a larger model available. The first thing I did was test a tri-tip. Now, I went through all my normal stuff when I do tri-tip. I take all the silver skin and fat off. I just don't like any of that on there. I don't want it to have to render, and I think it makes for a much more tender bite and better finished product at the end. We want this right here to be nice and clean, baby. That's my Dusty Rhodes impression. I then seasoned it with just a simple coarse seasoning of salt, pepper, garlic. And then I just turned on the machine and I set my temperature. I started it at about 130 or 131 and I think I finished it at 131. But the point is you can dial in the temperatures on this up to 1/10 of a degree. So you can do 130, 130.1, 130.2, and so on. I cook this in NeoVide mode, so I use the probe to monitor the internal temperature of the meat, but there's also a manual mode. If you would just like to throw your steaks in there, or whatever it is that you're cooking and you know that you want to have them in for 4 hours at a certain temperature, you can do that too. In NeoVide mode, you can go anywhere from 68 degrees Fahrenheit up to 203 degrees Fahrenheit. Now that tri-tip took just under 3 hours to complete, and I was monitoring all the progress from the app as I went through, and I did test changing the temperature on the app a couple times just to make sure that it worked the way it was supposed to, and it worked flawlessly. In fact, it was like instant. If I was across the house and I changed the temperature, I would hear it beep in here like within a second. So I know that connectivity works really well. Once the tri-tip hits temperature, the machine will go into a hold mode for however long it takes. Because it's under vacuum, it's safe if you've got to leave it in there a little bit longer. If you're still at work or you're out at the store, whatever the case may be, it's safe in there. One thing I wanted to mention, which was really cool, is during this whole cook, I didn't smell anything. So usually whenever you're cooking, you're always smelling what you're cooking. Because this thing was under full vacuum, I had no smell whatsoever. One thing I'm noticing, we're like 2.5 hours into this. I'm just looking at the app on my phone, and there is no smell in my kitchen, which is, it's weird. I didn't smell anything until it was time to open the lid and prepare it for the sear. So once it was ready, I took it out of the machine, I patted it dry, and then I set this machine for mild sear mode at the maximum temperature, which I believe was 410 degrees. Your searing temps can be anywhere from 302 degrees Fahrenheit up to 410 degrees Fahrenheit. And because this was a thicker, bigger piece of meat, I wanted to go to the maximum temperature for my sear. The sear setting had a 5-minute timer on it, so I let it go half on one side and half on the other. Pulled it out of the cooker and let it rest for about 10 minutes. Now, after this tri-tip rested, I sliced into it and holy cow, was it amazing. I really didn't know what to expect, but I was really, really pleased with the results. And my dog would not leave me alone. He was just all over me for a bite. Speak. Now, in another test, I bought myself a filet because I hadn't had one in like 20 years, but I bought it and I cooked it, and oh man, it was out of this world good. I mean, it was filet, so that's whatever, but it was really good, and this machine did a great job on it. This was a fun and delicious machine to test, and I definitely think it has its place in the sous vide market. If you want more information on it, I'll have links down below. They may or may not be affiliate links. I don't know if I have an affiliate link for them. I don't remember. I've got to go back to the email. So it might and it might not be. Either way, if you want more information on it, the links will be down below. Make sure you check that out. And that's it for this one. I always appreciate you guys hanging out with me. You know that. I hope you enjoyed the little comedy B-roll stuff in this video. Take care. Till next time, I'll see you on the next episode.